Oh, we should have told me, Tanya. I would have brought you some.
And we are live.
What it do? What it do? What it do? It's Monday and it's
Yes,
6.
sir.
So y'all know what time it is. What it do, y'all?
What's going on?
What it do, Six?
So do we say happy birthday Martin Luther King or happy MLK Day?
So we
Nah.
say MLK Day because his birthday was
the
actually
8th.
yesterday, but they're celebrating it today.
So technically MLK is his rap name.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of rap name, did you guys see the picture of him with the grills?
Yes, I did. I love all of these little bringing Martin Luther King up to date photos. Do y'all think if Martin was alive or in this era he'd be one of those grill guys?
Do you think he would? Do you think he would approve of the Casamigos, them using him to promote drinking and smoking weed and ratchet parties? Like, do you think he would approve of that?
I'm pretty sure he'd want his cut, but I don't think he'd be popping out to the parties though.
I mean, I think a lot of shit would be different if certain people were alive. Like, I think if Tupac was alive, he might end up being in a Tyler Perry movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if some of these people were alive today, some of these things happening may not be happening the way that they're happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the other thing, I just think it's crazy that they celebrate Martin Luther King Day, which is cool, but they don't celebrate Malcolm X Day. Like, how come he?
Amen.
And then they don't teach us the real history because Martin Luther King's real name wasn't even Martin.
What?
His name was Michael. They started calling him Martin because his cousin was named Michael too, and they kept getting them both confused. So then they started calling him Martin. But his original name is Michael Luther King. But like, they don't teach us all of the history and the real facts. And I also feel like, again, America is a money-making gimmick, and they're doing this because they're like, yes, let's celebrate this day and then give them Black History Month in the shortest month of the year. Why the fuck couldn't we get October? That shit got 5 weeks in it. Y'all want to give us February, the shortest month for Black History Month? Like, I don't know. I'm not upset though. I ain't mad.
So you one of those people that believe like Kanye cancel Black History Month?
Nah, no. I didn't say cancel it. Just extend it another week or something. You know what I'm saying? Give it to us on a leap year or something. Like, what the fuck?
Now,
you are officially high as hell.
You made a very telling point, and I don't understand why we don't celebrate Malcolm X Day. I guess because he was more for separatism and Martin was more for integration.
That's because he was more militant. It's because Malcolm was more militant, and he was still attached to a religion, y'all, that kinda has a bad stigma, kinda.
Well, wouldn't that be what's it called? Anti-Semitic?
Nah, because anti-Semitic can only be against a Jew.
No, it can. It could be against a Muslim. It could be against another religion. It doesn't have to be necessarily just a Jew.
It has to be a Jew.
Hold on, let's see here.
Okay. All right, I'll shut up. I be wrong.
Google. I'm on the fence. I remember we looked it up a couple weeks ago, but
we did
about it already.
Yeah, no, I didn't forget. I'll never forget that.
I know, white man.
But of course, and then look. We could. I was asking earlier, why don't we have a Malcolm X Day? You know, or other like great Black leader days. Like, I think the only day is Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
We get Columbus Day. Weird. We get George Washington Day. Or is it George Washington Day or just President's Day?
I think it's President's Day.
Now there might be a George Washington Day.
I don't think it's national. I mean, no, like official holiday.
Okay, so maybe we'll have to look this up because maybe they only pick one person per race to give a holiday to. I mean, but then there is Wiz Khalifa Day. Shout out Wiz Khalifa Day.
Mm-hmm. What's that? 420?
No, it's not 420.
We need a Wale Day.
We do. Well, it's
And
gonna be a J
that'll be the day
Money Day.
everybody. That'll be the day that everybody get their music stolen.
Shots.
That's how we celebrate. We celebrate by finding the artists, finding the up and coming artists, and taking their song.
Bruh.
That's how we'll do it. I think that's a great way to celebrate Wale Day,
I,
or as I like to call them, Wales. Wales.
I don't know what to say about
Speak
that. But
like
anyway,
honestly, like I'm glad DMV is getting a little light right now. It's getting a little light. I gotta ask y'all. I know y'all don't be on the social media stuff like I be on it. Now J Money be trying to make an effort at it, but Jzabel, you got to get better.
I'm getting better.
It's 2023 now. You got to be seeing some of these shenanigans that is happening. And I know you guys have seen our beloved DC DMV's own Aunt Glizzy has become under so much fire ever since he chose to tell everybody that he was taught how to spike drinks. And not only taught how to do it, but he obviously did it.
Now, no, after that shenanigan, like I like watching it, but right now it's coming out. I'm just not into the negativity. So
I mean, there's videos. They're putting his face on women and got a new song from another artist from the DMV now, a whole diss record. And apparently, it was sent to my DM by several different people, several different links. So that means that people are talking about it. In fact, there's words being thrown around, such as GAY. There's also another man coming out alleging.
Wait, are you saying another man coming out?
Alleging that he was with them. That he was Aunt Glizzy's guy.
I'm confused about this sentence.
Okay, you want me to put it in layman's terms? Basically, they are
another man was saying he was with another man.
Yeah, another man is trying to out Aunt Glizzy, saying that they were intimate. In so many words.
I'm pissed the fuck off because I can't find my lighter, and this is not helping.
I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, this is not. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is not what DMV wanted when they were looking to get on and popping. This is not what they wanted.
This is not it.
Are we gonna get an artist to come out as like really like come out right now and like do some real good music and put a real good package together and show the world what DC got? Or is that Aunt Glizzy what DC has to offer as far as the next wave of entertainment?
I'm still shocked about all of this that's coming out right now. People want Aunt canceled. Like, people don't want any light to shine on him. And I feel like, it's 50-50 with it. He should use his platform to do just as much good as he does damage to other people. That's
what I was saying. But like, look at what door he opened. Like, remember I said that he opened Pandora's freaking box. You can't open up into a negative world, and you know what I'm saying. That's what's bringing your going viral or whatever it is, and then start trying to be like, oh yes, I want to unify and bring the community together and promote peace. Well, you fucked up from the jump. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you could go in there and be like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Like, your representation of the city is what you first put out there. That you wild, you turned on your man that you was with for 15 years, and this is how you want to get your clout. It's clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high level of clout chasing, and people doing it all types of different ways. They're just finding a way to chase some clout.
Well, a high level of clout chasing.
He's definitely getting the attention that he's looking for. I don't know. I just haven't tuned in. It's been a while since I tuned in. I actually used to like his Clubhouse chats better than I like his antics on Instagram. So
Yep, I get it. His Clubhouse antics his Clubhouse antics have gotten him into trouble. I didn't know. Well, I knew Clubhouse was a wild place, but I didn't know it was such a place of snitching and ratting and just people just talking and saying anything reckless on there. I'm so glad that I have deleted my Clubhouse account within the first week.
Really? I'm still
Yes.
I still
I
get
just
on
deleted mine.
from
I
time to
deleted mine on New Year's.
On New Year's, you decided to leave out the club.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was a weekend. I was a weekend. I jumped in a few good chats, and I realized that that wasn't the place for me. I'm like, contrary to what I do, podcasting, radio, hosting, rapping, I really don't like listening to a lot of people give off what I would perceive as lies. You
Hmm.
know,
What
and
place
I
are
felt
you?
Clubhouse to be a place where there was a lot of fraud going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I
like
totally agree
my
with you.
last when I deleted it because this lady was telling artists, kind of pretty much telling them that they don't need to know about publishing if that's not what they need to know. And
She's a
I was
scammer.
telling her, "What are you talking about?
She's a scammer.
What are you talking about? No artists are making money." And I'm like, wait. What are you selling here?
Mm.
Everybody a salesman on that joint. Everybody got something to sell. And then
Everybody
there
was
was those awesome open mic sessions that they had on there that just was rather
they
annoying.
weren't awesome. Let me just tell you, everybody on there is a scammer. Well, whether it's a professional scam, I don't give a fuck if you're a Bitcoin day trader. You're scamming. Stop trying to get me to be involved with shit just to try to get some money. They had people sitting on Clubhouse charging them uh 10 dollars, $20 if you wanted to cut the line or whatever to play their song on Clubhouse, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I do my paperwork, and for whatever a couple months, I was registering these live performances on Clubhouse. I was like, yep, Clubhouse. I was typing this in on my ass cap. Clubhouse. You don't get shit for that. You don't get anything for performing on Clubhouse. These DJs or whoever these fake DJs are playing your music on Clubhouse. This is not going to get you on any Spotify playlist, Apple Music playlist. This isn't
No,
going to get your song put on the radio. What is it doing?
you get clout.
I mean,
It feels
other
good for the
people,
moment.
no, other people get to hear your song.
Yeah, that's
That's
exactly
the
it.
ultimate goal.
Other
Whether
people
it's
that ain't
one,
doing shit. Other people that is sitting in
but
the
what?
fucking clubhouse ain't going nowhere. I'd rather go to an actual clubhouse where people are actually live listening. You
But
know what
what
I'm
if
saying?
one
Like,
person in there liked your music and started following you on Spotify or Apple Music? You never know. That's one additional follower.
One important person.
hmm, from clubhouse.
You
What
know,
listening?
you
What
never know the opportunities that could be in a place. I understand what you're saying and how they were shipping artists, but at the same time, while your music was playing, another artist might have liked your shit, might have DM'd you for a feature. You never know what
You
could
right.
happen in these spaces. That's I just like to be
Yeah,
optimistic.
I just didn't like the hierarchy that Clubhouse promoted. Two or three people, you get to give them a little green bean so they can talk whenever they want to. You're telling everybody else like they little minions in a classroom. One mic. Okay, everybody muted. You can't come up here. You can come up, but you can't talk. If you talk, I'm kicking you down. It's like, who do you people really think y'all are? Like, people have questions. This is social media. Just text, right? So, hey, I deleted Clubhouse. A good weekend. It was done for me.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah, yeah. I
So
deleted it on New Year's. That was
I
my New Year's
enjoy
resolution.
I enjoy it. I actually enjoy going into different rooms because there's a lot of support groups on Clubhouse.
okay.
So I frequent in different support groups. Like, of course, I like the drama, so I might pop in whoever is the most dramatic at the time, whoever room that's in there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, in the beginning, I did find myself trying to really network, and then I realized
Mhm.
people was on some bullshit. Like,
Yeah,
uh, they were lying pretty much. So I just, I decided to use it for the other stuff.
Entertainment. What is your favorite support group to visit on there?
There's a lot of women support groups, so they're not even in relationships, but just health and wellness. So I like to go in those.
And J Money, what's your favorite? What was your favorite place to visit on Clubhouse?
Oh, the Demon Time rooms. Them joints was funny as shit. Them joints was funny as shit, bruh. Like this shit was, listen, I say that this shit is hilarious because you will go on there and it will be this room, right? And they'll be like, it will say like baddies and breakfast or something, right? Or it will be like treat a queen or some shit, right? So as soon as you get in the room, they'll be like, cash at me right now. I'll be like, what the fuck? Or you can't come on stage. All right. So they put me in the audience. I sit in the fucking audience. And then I sit in there and all they doing is demanding money from whoever comes in the room. And if they don't send them no money, they send them to the goo. And so I sit in them joints and I laugh because whatever these females be telling these niggas to do, they be sitting there doing. They be like, oh, can you moan? And I be like, what the fuck? Like niggas is on here moaning. Like niggas is actually listening to the shit these wild bitches is saying on here.
I mean, they cashed out to be up there. Might as well play along.
Bruh, that shit is.
I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay to come on stage and then do nothing.
But they was making some bread. I sat on there for like 45 minutes one day, like an hour, right? Man, I'm trying to tell you, they made at least $1,000 that hour I sat in that room.
Sheesh.
It was hilarious. I was just like, young, is this real?
Women can do whatever they want. Women can do whatever they want on social media.
They can
and make money.
That's just
the best times that we have right now. So look, like,
entertainment. But then
let me ask y'all a question. Go ahead. We said to do the other rooms.
No, that was my favorite entertainment room. Like for entertainment last. But when I first got on there, I was really trying to connect with like actors and stuff. And I think me and SIXXCESS was in like a couple rooms where they were doing like live performances, trying to hear the artist's new music and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun as well. But I was looking at it like, all right, cool. This is going to be a network. Let me tell you, those actors and stuff, I realized that they are just home doing their own skits. You know what I'm saying? Doing their own stuff. And I was like, oh, it gave me a good perspective because I was like, you really don't need to keep counting on other people to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to do this type of role, maybe I need to write a script myself, get a cameraman, you know what I'm saying? Hire the people to do it and start shooting my own stuff. So it gave me some motivation and inspiration. But, you know, I get inspired in different ways because y'all inspired me last week to make some good music. And, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to put this album out next month with some good quality music because y'all inspired me from the conversations that we had. So that was one of the inspirations. One of the inspirations from Clubhouse before I deleted it.
So let's I guess I want to title this here, friend or foe. Is the labels out to get rapper-owned labels? Are the big labels or are the corporations, are the police, are they only attacking rapper-owned labels as several rapper-owned labels are under investigation and now have cooperating artists on the labels side?
I don't even know where to start. All right. So, as we've talked about on this show, we know that the record label is really the bank, right? They're the loan shark. I don't even want to call them the bank. Let's call them the loan shark, right? And so we know that a lot of artists sign with the label because the label has the connections and the advancements so they could get their songs on radio. You know what I'm saying? Like do the things that they couldn't do as an independent artist. Yep. Now, I realized that a lot of these artists sign contracts without having a lawyer, without having, you know what I'm saying, the proper people present to do things. I think I sent you one earlier when I was saying like the new robbers are these people who write these contracts because they robbing you without the gun. You know what I'm saying? They're really robbing you without the gun. They're just like, oh, they're doing it in a nice way. They're like, here, just sign right here. But really, they robbing the shit out you through paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, these the new age crooks. These scammers are the new age crooks. These people who like it getting robbed now is not going outside and somebody trying to take your North Face or take your shoes off your feet. No, they trying to hack into your Cash App. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's other ways of doing it now. So looking at these record labels, and honestly, what you just said, I read it wrong because when you said it, I was like, oh, I thought you were saying that these artists join the record labels and then start cooperating with the police. But you're saying it's the record label cooperating with the police. Is that what it is?
It's the artists on these rapper signed labels cooperating with the police.
Now, what happened to fuck the police?
Let me jump in here right quick.
That
Okay,
was the
so
90s.
yes, I do think the larger record labels are after the rapper owned record labels, more so because it ties right back into what Kanye said. And I don't need to repeat it because you guys know exactly what he said. What is happening is they opened the door for these rappers and basically gave them the plug, the connect, a little bit of it. And sometimes maybe they feel like the rapper is getting too big for themselves. What's a better way to shut your opponent down than to set them up without them knowing that it's actually you? So it's just funny that all of these cases are popping up and this topic popped up. I mean, to me, it's clear cut, or I could be what do you call a conspiracy theorist, which I do not categorize myself as, but I definitely believe that those people don't want to see those other people at the top.
Yeah, 100%. You're not a conspiracy theorist.
No, they want to see him doing
The
better. Just not better
conspiracy.
than them.
The conspiracy should be the fact that people act like they don't see it. Once these artists decline major labels, once these artists make too much money or become bigger than the label, they become targets.
Yeah.
And it's what does that do? What does a real case do? It really doesn't make an artist. It does not hurt an artist's status, right? And it's crazy because I read this and I looked back and I was thinking to myself, dang, I'm looking at artists like Tupac, right? Who constantly kept getting in trouble, constantly kept on getting in trouble, and it was costing Interscope a lot of money. And they eventually put him on Death Row Records, which was still under Interscope Records. They still had him. But, now he owed so much money for now them fight his legal battles and things like that. We look at all of the artists who get bad deals and then sign with these rapper signed labels, and they're really just a rapper's showpiece, right? I mean, what was Wale, Meek Mill, and Gunplay really to Rick Ross besides features, guaranteed music coming out underneath of your imprint? So, but the reality of it is, y'all know it. There was a story in the 90s that was talking about how the record labels and private prisons were pretty much working together.
Yep. Where the hell did I see that shit at? I don't know, but I heard something similar. I definitely heard that.
Chuck D talked about this. Like Chuck D, Public Enemy, talked about this. How they're all together helping these private prisons stay fully stocked and loaded.
Yes. And people don't realize that the music, like when we were talking about lyrics and you were like, yeah, lyrics don't matter. Now they do. Because the music you listen to helps create some of your thought patterns, whether you realize it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because you could hear somebody say something, you be like, oh damn, I heard that in the song.
Well, I mean, like it's real crazy. This is real cynical right here, right? But here we go. And I know white America don't hate me for when I say this, but here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. White America can change anything. They can make anything a law, even if it is to protect white people, right? Black people somehow get caught in the loophole because they can't go into the courts and say, hey, just white people, right? They won't say that. So black people find out about the law and they go. There could have easily been a law put in place where, hey, your lyrics can't get you convicted or your lyrics can't be used in the case. I'm pretty sure, like I said, if this was one of these big white artists and they were trying to use his lyrics to get against him, we'd be hearing a whole lot about protect our lyrics as art, as opposed to, hey, did he possibly give away case information? So I'm not sitting up here trying to be ironic, but they could easily seize that stuff. They could easily protect that stuff. They could easily keep that stuff from getting out too. It's like you give a kid that committed a murder and the police can't help it. And like, hey, look, We're gonna give you a record deal, millions of dollars, but talk about it. Go on, be yourself, be free. You're rich now. And
So
now they took this money and now they gotta put it all back in legal fees. And where does it all go?
think about it like, say you got a restaurant and
Mm-hmm.
you got items that's selling. You know what I'm saying? You have food, you have different items on your menu, food selling. What do you do? Like, if people are tired of your French fries, you like, shoot, what do I need to do? Let's add some onion rings to my list. Let's add some tater tots. Let's add something new because this is going to keep bringing in revenue. So that's what they're doing with artists. They're like, oh, okay, this one's washed up after 6 months. All right, we're done with the baby. Let's get this one. Let's move on. And they're
You
going to
know
keep
what?
their money and their business going.
Rappers need to go back to making revolutionary rap. Like, instead of rapping about killing each other, rap about police brutality and
I'm
getting
coming,
buck
y'all.
getting buck back against the police. Like, too much spinning the block, but not spinning the cops. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
Bars.
like if we go back to that type of music, we'll be a-okay. Like, rappers should just switch the game up.
But the thing is, when rappers did that, they wasn't making the type of money they're making now
I
by
mean,
turning the guns on each other.
but I think
Right.
at this moment where people are tired of drill music, it'll be a bop.
Well, see, the thing is, people are tired of drill music, right?
Hmm.
But every day you get a new drill record. Every 5 years, you get a good record from a major artist. I mean, let's just look at the optics of this. If you want a Forest Hill Drive, when's the last time we had one of those? That's 2013, 2014. I mean, before something so conscious like that, I think the last conscious rap album I probably heard was like Common's Go album, maybe.
I was just about to say that.
How many years ago was that? You know? And
It
then
doesn't it doesn't have to be conscious rap. See, drill
anything
beat or
revolutionary is bringing
no
conscious.
drill beat, trap beat, conscious lyrics. And it doesn't even have to be more so metaphorical and all that other stuff. You know, instead of ops, just replace the word with cops.
Nah, like I'm trying to tell you.
I just and I'm not saying that it should be violent towards police officers per se, but whoever the oppressors are, that's who the music needs to be targeted to. I mean, I'm
This
just
is the
saying.
thing. This is what's happening now. So like back in the day, you would hear songs like "Fuck the Police," whatever Ice-T was doing before he been on Law and Order for the last 25 years. I feel like he was, you know what I'm saying, saying stuff against the police because the situations that they were living in is what they were seeing. Like now, I don't even know how. Like it's not as much that people are talking about. Man, I ain't trying to go outside on Tuesdays or Thursdays because the jump out's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not
but
even
those
that.
are street niggas.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. These street niggas back in the day were also rappers. These was niggas from the streets, and they like, yeah, I'm right here with y'all when the shit's going down. I'm gonna go make a song about it, and this is why people listen to it because they was like, yeah, this nigga was real live in the trap with me, struggling, rapping about this shit. Like he rapped that shit, bruh. But now
Yeah.
it's not that no more because it's no community. Everybody on their phone. I don't gotta go meet nobody to have a conversation. I could call them. I could FaceTime them. I could be
No,
in their
yeah.
metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So it's harder to make music that is impactful because you don't know how to impact these people that you're not around. You don't get the same energy when you're doing everything virtually. You don't get the same energy when you're doing everything through email. You know
A
what I'm
good
saying? When you're not live in the studio.
three rappers can make a song of that content and it'll go like all the other rappers should copy. Like that's just my whole thing. Like let's change the narrative. Um
nah, but like
and put
honestly,
the power back.
I gotta humbly disagree with both of y'all because the revolution, right? The revolution is uprising against what you're under,
Right.
going up against and rising up against what you have to battle against every day. Now,
Okay.
the reality that we may face with the cops, or the reality that people face with the cops is different for every individual.
Exactly.
Because yes, the shooter doesn't want you to call the cops because him shooting could get him life in jail. But the person who's been shot wishing the cops would hurry up so he could be saved. The reality of the matter is cops only come when they're called or when something happens. So they're not the oppressor or the people that's in your daily thing every day. The people that these people have to watch out for every day is the person who's so dedicated and loyal to a street, a neighborhood, a color, right? These are reasons why now I have to walk outside with more than one gun. Why I gotta walk outside looking over my shoulder, or walk another lifestyle that's totally not even in this. But now civilians aren't even safe. Hell, let's just be real. Kids aren't even safe anymore.
No.
So the real oppressors, the real revolution is against your people that are bringing that to you.
I agree and I disagree. Because no, the police are not only going to be there if somebody calls.
Tell them, J Money. Tell them.
They're not. That's not the only time the police show up.
I didn't say. I said call
the police and say, "Hey, pull me over." Nah.
But finish what I said though. Finish what I said. I said call or something wrong has been done.
Driving while black.
No. Most of us driving. Most of us are not driving fishbowls, so they don't even know we're black.
That's it. You're not driving fishbowl. They don't know.
That doesn't matter. Then white people will be having the same complaint.
I told
the reality of it is the same way that Jzabel says that the accountability on these kids cutting up is on the parents, right? Mm-hmm. The accountability on an adult doing something crazy is on that adult. So if you're choosing to say I'm going to push the speed limit a little bit, right? Then you're going to be subjected to, well, let's say 80% of the people that have also chose to push the limit just a little bit. But there's several black people that drive along their day and has never been pulled over by a police officer.
Facts. And I can admit that I've been one of those persons that has been pulled over. I ain't been pulled over in years. I think I got pulled over once last year, but before that, I ain't been pulled over in like 7 years. You know what I'm saying? But
every time I got pulled over, I knew I was about to get pulled over.
Let me tell you, you would know certain things, right? So I knew that the tints I had on my other car like 10 years ago, if I was driving and I saw a police car, I'm rolling all my windows down because I knew my tints was dark. They would just pull me over for having dark tints.
They don't give a shit about that now. They don't care about
right, that. But I mean, it's certain things that you know what I'm saying? Like I used to know to do. I used to like before like now I know if I'm getting
always
pulled over, I have my license and registration at hand already. The door is locked because the police is fucked up. The police will walk up on your car and pull you straight out the door. Like, what the fuck?
Speaking of,
I've never had that happen. I've never seen that. I have never seen the police just walk up and yank someone out the car. I've never seen it. And even when it's portrayed on TV, there's always the running of the tags, and it's like, that's a suspect. We're already looking for him. Proceed with caution.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened because the car I had, when you put it in park, the doors automatically unlock. Change that setting automatically. I put the car in park. I'm reaching for my license and registration. As I'm reaching, you know what I'm saying? My window's already rolled down. He's like, license and registration. As I'm reaching for about to hand it to him, my door opens up. I'm looking like my seatbelt's still on. I'm like, damn, like how you open my door? Opens my door and the passenger side doors and tells us to step out the car. Like, I'm just trying to give you my license and registration. Like, what the hell going on? So I can't agree. Just in my life experience, and I know yours.
Did you have a warrant?
Did you have a warrant?
No.
So what you got pulled over for?
So that time, I honestly don't even know what I got pulled over for. We had to sit down on the curb. He took my license and registration, and then he brought it back to me and left before I even got back in
So
my car.
he never said you never asked. You know what? Let's just keep
Well,
moving.
you know what? I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. But if he pulled you over and pulled you out and set you down on the curb and ran your stuff and found out you was not who they were looking for and you possibly matched the description to people driving around similar car in that area, something could have just happened. So we don't know what that officer's job is or
That is what
entails.
he said. Fuck you, but that is what he said. Talking about I matched the fucking description.
No, 100%. Listen, 100%. We're not gonna make it. There are cops.
Black men, I had my locks at the time. How many black men with locks? You know what I'm saying? Like
everywhere. I'm not gonna deny that there are cops out here who wake up in the morning and polish up the badge and say, today's my day to fuck someone's day up because I can. However, what I am saying is you still have to give them that. This isn't the 80s anymore, right? This isn't the 90s when cops can just kick in your door and slap you around and no one can prove it. Like, no. This is not those days anymore. We are 100% under Big Brother.
You're right. It's not those days anymore.
And this like the reality of it is
it's not, but it is.
Like all right, so in the comments, B&B Extreme is saying it happened to him. And I'm going to one day have to get that story because I'm pretty confident. Listen, if a police officer pulls you out that car, they already on your ass. They wanted you. They gonna get you.
I mean,
listen. That's why artists will not oppress against the police nowadays, because they are their friends. They're the ones that's giving them the convoys in the city. They're the ones that's making sure they're safe. They're the ones that's doing the private security.
No, you're right, because that's the other thing. When I do my shows out of town, or when we on tour and doing stuff, that's who we have present. That's who's the security. We go to whatever county sheriffs or whoever it may be, and that's who we need for our security.
Hell yeah! And we found out they be cool as hell when they come off work.
Yep.
I had one show. This police officer was the first time a police officer actually came to the show suited and booted in his police uniform. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh man, it's about to be one of those nights, Like he actually literally took one of my man's weed off of him. You know what I'm saying?
I think I was there for this one.
You definitely was there. He actually took my man's weed off of him. And I was like, bruh, I'm about to fuck this cop up. And I went ham on this cop. And I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? Like, you tripping right now. We in DC, you tripping right now. Like, you real tripping. Eventually, the owner of the club had to come and defuse the situation because I wasn't backing down, cop or no cop. You ain't taking nothing from me in a spot where it's totally allowed. So, you know me, I had to get off my cockiness and flex my muscle a little bit. But then I've been around shows where it's cops like, yeah, we smoking, having a good time, and the cops are chilling and don't give a damn, doing their job. So yeah, I get it. Some cops is assholes, some not. But don't mess with the weed, like Ed said. I agree. Don't mess with it.
I can't find it. There was a rapper recently that just got released or all charges dropped, and he shot a cop. I had saved it. I can't see it right now, but
wow.
Yeah.
He off his Tupac, huh?
I mean, he was lighter.
Well, I guarantee you, I love to see his music when it come out and how they attack him during his career.
I think he just dropped. That's what I'm looking for. I'll find it. I'll post it on my page. But all right, yeah. I mean, I just feel like, okay, if the police ain't the oppressors, whoever the oppressors are is who they need to be talking about. Like, I still feel like I missed that revolution. Fuck the police, SCP.
Yeah, see, I don't really miss those days because the music was horrible. The beats was trash.
I actually like all of that old stuff.
You like the old music?
Like, what was I watching the other day? And it was talking about, I was watching Phase on Love, and he was talking about the different eras of the LA music and how they had the electronics, and like I actually
Right.
like that, like all that shit. Like that should be tight with the rapping over top of it. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Well, maybe our friend designer was onto something because he said the reason why hits are made is because of the constant vowel sounds in them, which got me to thinking, was he onto something? Were A sounds more prominent in a hit? Were E's, I's, O's, and U's? And what is it? Sometimes Y. Right? I do know my vowels. And I had to start going through my Rolodex of all the hits that I liked. And I have to say, y'all, I think he may be onto something.
Now, why you say that?
I mean, when I started thinking about all the records I love,
I can think of A.
A's are always prominent.
Listen, shut the fuck up. These are words. They are prominent in every
Okay. What have you name one of your favorite songs that ended with a R or a Q or a X or anything that's not a vowel? What do they call constants? Name me, give me one of your hits that was a constant.
Listen, so what word? Like, come on, man.
Baby. Oh, hit.
But it has to.
It was a hit though. It was hit though. Could you imagine with baby K?
I don't know. Baby, I don't know if this nigga was.
It wouldn't have been a hit it would not have been a hit. You gotta admit that. Even if he would have said baby, hey, it still would have been a hit. Mm-hmm. That still sounded better than baby K.
You can say B. Baby B.
Baby B.
But see, man, if you say B, you put an E on it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen.
Okay.
Although, okay, pushing P is put in here, but you hear P, but you hear E.
That's what I'm saying. It's these words.
Because y'all knew he was going to go there. I knew somebody was going to go there. But it's the vowel sound. It is the vowel sound. Now, I ain't going to lie to y'all. After I did that, after I went through all of that, and I was like, yo, designer is really onto something. He is right. A's, vowels. Then I said to myself, why the hell did he make Timmy Turner? Why was Timmy Turner there? When you know this formula, you still choose to not do it? Or was it at the point where he made Timmy Turner that he realized if he had more vowels in it, he would have had something there?
You know what's crazy? I think I like
Timmy
Turner
Timmy.
more than I like. I think I like Timmy Turner more than I like Panda though.
Hey, yeah.
So
we've already established that in your perfect world, you'd have a Nina on your side, Nina in the purse, possibly riding around on dubs. Making money during the gangster league.
I mean, I guess.
You know, that's a good time. But for me, okay, Mask Off is in here. Grinding by Pharrell is in here. Okay. Those were hits. There are some anomalies. But y'all know what I'm gonna do. Those records, let me hear those. Let's hear those ad-libs in between those words. And there you're gonna hear some A's, E's, I's, and O's and U's, and sometimes a Y.
Listen, have you ever played Scrabble?
So I have played Scrabble. I was really
Have you
horrible at the
ever
game.
gotten 7 letters? Have you ever gotten 7 letters and not had a vowel?
Whew.
What did you have to do? Attach yourself to a vowel. We're not about to go through this elementary school shit.
Okay.
I see.
Okay.
I play Scrabble, but I ain't that technical with it. I
I'm
just
just
know
saying,
how
if
to
you did play
make
Scrabble and
words.
you picked out 7 letters and you got no vowels, what you spelling?
Eggs. Nope.
I got an E.
Green. Nope.
You see what I'm
um,
saying? You're
Wow.
not. You're not. You're gonna have to attach yourself to a vowel. So we're not about to go
See,
through this.
I'm not like
I
you're not
get
gonna
you.
ask me. You're not gonna ask me on the spot words like that. That's not what we're gonna do.
This is what
But
happened.
next week I'm
You're
gonna
right.
come back and have a few words with no vowels in them.
Now, don't even do that because I'm gonna tell you what happened. You're absolutely right. Designer, he was sitting there. He finished Panda. He did Timmy Turner. He put that shit out, and then he was smoking. And he was like, "This shit not a hit because I ain't use no vowel."
I mean, do you have to? I'm really sitting here thinking of words that don't include a fucking vowel.
Listen, all I know is every artist
Oh, he
that's
did.
tuned in right now, y'all go through your Rolodex. Go through your Rolodex, and you tell me what your top songs are.
And
And
why
don't
you're
give me the title. Don't give me the title of how what you spelled. I want to hear the song and the way that you used it.
and why y'all doing that? Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button.
Yep.
Hit that like. Hit that like. Don't forget. Yes, love y'all. Thank you.
I got
Yes.
one for you. I got a song called Cash Now. That motherfucker is a hit. You don't know it yet, but it's a hit, and it ends with the W.
But you say, give me my money.
Oh, money.
Give me my money.
I'm talking Cash Now.
I need my money.
Now,
I'm talking
Cash
cash in
Now.
advance.
now,
Now.
Okay, so
Now.
speaking of needing cash now,
Mhm.
great way to go into our next segment because Pinky, you all know Pinky, and that's such a gangster name that she has, but that is the founder of Slutty Vegan, has had her stuff pulled, and a lot of people are dropping segments with her because her employees are saying she wasn't or ain't paying unpaid wages and tips.
well, to her defense, her business did blow up a lot faster than she may have anticipated. However, that does not excuse her from not paying them. I feel like I don't know how long they waited, but she
Too
probably
long.
got around to it.
Let's
I
let
think
like,
I think
you
people are
said her business blew up faster than anticipated. That means she had the money.
I mean,
no.
Could
This
have
is
paid
what
those
happens.
people.
no, I'm talking
This is
about
what happens.
the demand, the demand.
Oh
All right.
yeah.
The demand was a little like crazy, probably, and she didn't anticipate it. So she's dishing out, trying to catch up, and she forgot to pay her people.
Listen,
Yeah.
what happens? I think sometimes people get caught up in the business and don't be scared to ask for help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might need that person, and then sometimes you don't realize. I think it happened to Fat Joe. He thought that he was paying an accountant for 5 years. Come to find out, that's why he ended up getting locked up because they said that he wasn't paying taxes and this and that. And he's like, nah, I've been paying this person to, you know what I'm saying, do my finances and do all this stuff. Nah. And if you don't have your paperwork right, that person left with like whatever, $5 million or a whole bunch of money, you know what I'm saying, that was supposed to be used to be paying for certain things. And if you don't have your paperwork right, you don't know what's happening on the back end because he's like, all right, this is my money that I'm making so I can pay the people on my team, so I can pay my engineers, so I can pay for my studio time, so I can pay for these cars that I'm renting, for these video shoots, you know what I'm saying, for this and that. And then at the end, if the stuff's not, you know what I'm saying, like you never really know what's happening with somebody's business on the back end. But I do think that people need to stop being scared to ask for help. Like if you don't know what's going on, find a professional and do your research on them. Don't just hire nobody just because they're your friend and they're like, oh yeah, I could do this. Nah, make sure that your shit's right because you don't even know how many different situations Pinky had to be in to get her business running. you know what I'm saying, get her foundation for these buildings to get, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff on the back end. But no, you need to have your shit in order. I watched Bar Rescue too many times in the last couple of weeks not to know that if you don't have your finances and your paperwork in order, how are you running a business? You know what I'm saying? So
How
I
long do
agree.
you work without going unpaid though?
2 weeks, niggas.
I've grown into I don't even like to go. If I work, I want my money that day.
I love it. I ain't gonna lie to you. The type of work I've been doing, I love stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I like getting deposits before. They be like, oh yeah, we're gonna pay for your hotel and flight. Cool. I love those. I love that type of work. I love
Yeah,
that type.
I don't like working and waiting for a check and then working and working and working and working and then get a check
Right.
and then have to work again. I'm like, if
What?
it takes me 2 weeks to get a check, after I get a check, I should get a 2 week break to enjoy it and
Right.
then
But
come back
so
and do it again.
that's your expectations of when you go and work for a job is 2 weeks. And if you don't put in your timesheet or whatever you're supposed to do by whatever 2 weeks, that Friday or that Monday, whenever you're supposed to put it in, then why would you expect to get paid? And if you did do what you're supposed to do and you didn't get paid, then that's the problem. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like if you there's unwritten expectations when you work in a job, right? The expectations you have from your employer or your HR department or whoever that may be that's paying you. And they have expectations from you. They expect you to show up to work on time and do your job. You expect
Mhm.
me to show up to work on time and do your job for 2 weeks, then I'm going to get paid for my services, right?
Yep.
So when that doesn't happen, that becomes a problem. And
Well,
I
what
think,
did Meek Mill say? He was on his label for years and he didn't get a check.
Mm.
Look like so. Big Mill was willing to wait years, so I'm willing to see what her employees really did. I'm gonna be checking to see what that outcome is, of course.
Man, I can't
Now,
wait to try me some slutty vegan.
I still haven't tried it. I don't eat
Jay
vegan
Money,
food.
when you go to Atlanta, let me know so I could come so we could go to slutty vegan.
March
See,
7th.
see,
yeah,
that's the fun thing about having
March
vegan
March
friends, right?
7th.
You get to try different stuff, and all vegan food ain't nasty. Like you
it's
hang
not.
with people that eat a different way, you get to try different stuff, and you discover that you might like different things. Shout out to my homegirl
Listen, listen,
Nyla.
listen, y'all. I'm not trying to be that guy, right?
You
All
are.
vegan food is nasty.
No,
It
it's
is the
not.
non-vegan
Listen,
seasonings that they add to it that makes it good. That we add to our chicken, the same
oh,
seasons we add to our chicken, the same seasons we add to our food to make it delicious and tasteful. That's what they do. But that food is disgusting. If you can't eat it without
stop,
adding some,
stop,
Can
stop,
you
stop,
can you can
stop.
you eat chicken without adding salt and pepper and seasoning? No. So it's the same thing with vegetables. Like
no,
Y'all,
listen, I can eat chicken without adding salt. I can throw chicken on the grill and just eat it regular.
no.
y'all about to piss
Wait,
me off.
wait a minute. Listen, y'all act like what? Listen, us white people have different type taste buds. We good.
Oh my god.
We we
Yes.
good. We don't need all these seasons. That's
Listen,
true.
listen. Can you stop what the fuck you doing? Because number one,
I'm
there's
from North
no.
America.
Stop. There's no such thing as fucking vegan. If you really want to get down to it, fucking fruits and vegetables are food. You eat fruits and fucking vegetables. Don't tell me that fucking fruits and vegetables are nasty, motherfucker, because you eat it. Don't tell me you eat it with your burger. You're putting lettuce and tomatoes on that motherfucker. Don't tell me that you don't eat fruits and vegetables.
No, no. That
There is
vegan
some
is supposed to
nasty
be
vegan
accessories.
food.
It's
Listen,
supposed to be accessories. Even if
no,
I eat a salad, it has to have chicken in it. To
Oh
eat a
no.
regular salad without chicken in it is just insane. I
No.
mean, really? We're gonna eat a meatless salad? That is so awkward. You
Okay.
can't just have meals and don't have any type of product on it that's not has not ran this earth and gotten strong, got some muscle. You know what? You know what? I know
you're not
my
eating
vegan community
strawberry.
may hate me.
You're not eating the strawberry with chicken on top, motherfucker. Like you're not like it's you're no
No,
man.
no.
Listen,
A
You not
strawberry is to hold me over until the chicken is ready.
you're not
man,
eating a
broccoli,
mango. It's like
broccoli is good by itself. Roasted Brussels sprouts is bomb. Asparagus is bomb. All that shit. Corn.
Not that meat, Tony. Not that meat. You're wording it. You're wording it wrong, Tony.
Come on, man.
Listen, all I'm saying is, if y'all are gonna cut up some broccoli to make it look like a piece of chicken and season it with all the seasoning that I threw on my chicken, then by all means, just eat the damn chicken.
No.
Listen to me.
I like chicken. I'm not vegan, but I have my days. I have my vegan days.
I'm telling you what's happening. Success.
It's all good if you season it.
Well, let the record show I am a carnivore. I like to eat real food that's going to last for a while. If I eat a salad, it's got to have some chicken, some turkey, something in it so that I can know that I'm not wasting my time and eating a snack. Like,
you might as well invest in Arby's.
Now, listen, I do not like Arby's.
Yes, you do. Don't fucking talk about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Arby's messes everything up, bro. It's like they got a turkey sandwich, but then they got like this weird bread on it. You know, like they got roast beef cheddar.
Shout out to my homegirl in the chat. I was just shouting you out. Got me on the vegan food. Yes, that should be good. It'd be good. You get the right person to cook it for you.
I would eat seasonless meat. Back in the day, look. Back in the day, Murray's used to sell those little steaks that come in the plastic bag. Y'all remember those? Well, yeah, I'm probably telling my age a little bit, but they used to sell the steaks in a plastic bag. All you had to do was drop the steak in the plastic bag in the water for like 10 minutes, and it would boil the steak, and the steak would be ready to eat straight out the bag. I used to enjoy those things. No season, no nothing. And I would be nice and full and ready to go out and play a nice game of football or something. Steakums, amazing. But I hate when I order a shrimp and broccoli or chicken and broccoli, and they might as well change the name broccoli and chicken. They might as well make chicken the extra.
They should, because that chicken ain't chicken, and it's better with just the broccoli and rice.
Nah, honestly, in my day, I've thrown away so much broccoli because the broccoli to chicken ratio is off. And if they can't go together, it's just got to go in the trash.
You don't like vegetable fried rice?
I do not like vegetable fried rice. I like chicken fried rice and shrimp.
It says shrimp. They got chicken fried rice?
Yeah, I do chicken fried rice and shrimp. And I'm that type of petty that count like the ratio. I'm like, I don't like this. Why do I have only 6 shrimp in here? Just give me a half a pound of shrimp on the side and let me cut it up and put it in my fried rice myself.
Health as well.
See, the thing is,
anyway, J Money, when you go to Atlanta, let me know so we can go to Slowly Vegan.
March 7th.
March 7th.
Success can't come with us to eat, but we gonna have some fun.
Definitely.
Listen, I could go and watch you all enjoy Slutty Vegan and grab. No, because right across the street it's a nice little food joint. Right across the street, it's a little pizza joint.
Stay there.
And listen. Jezebel knows I don't eat anything. Right? I don't like all types of cheeses.
I don't eat anything either.
I learned that the hard way.
Like my burger I'll just eat a burger with no cheese, right? But I don't really care too much for the cheeses and stuff in this world. But I will. Hey, I need to eat. Like I it's not like I'm a tourist. Jezebel's a tourist. She knows our food is something you can't play with.
Yep. Definitely.
Food and weed is like you play with those two things. It's a battle.
I don't eat no nasty shit.
Like, my cousin was just laughing at me.
J Money, I've been on tour with you. I've been on the road with you. I've watched your breakfast.
You was crushing the grapes.
Okay, but you also had one day these vegan links. And I
never had those before. I never had those before. That was the first day I ever had those before in my life. I swear on everything.
Well, I'm here to tell the whole world.
So you tell me you won't eat this?
Nah.
Maybe not you, y'all. This burger don't look good.
Wait, is that a burger on there?
That's a burger.
But what's the meat on top of there? Prosciutto?
That's onions, caramelized red onions or something.
No. What's that top? That top layer?
It's probably mushrooms.
No, that look like some bacon or some type of prosciutto or something. I don't eat that shit.
Well, whatever. Look at these burgers. You know.
Now, is this a slutty vegan?
Yes.
So this is all some vegan food.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't look appealing to me. You see that? I was not at one bit like, oh, this looks succulent. This looks like a mess.
You a hater. Look at all these sandwiches.
Oh, now let me see the chicken head. What's the chicken head?
In the food,
plant-based chicken tossed in buffalo sauce. Listen, now, how do we now? So, what is it really? What is it really? Is it really chicken?
Does it matter or does it look edible?
So, like what vegan food gives me, right, is there used to be back in the day we used to like play with like Play-Doh and make like fake food, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that.
Don't you dare disrespect.
No. I'm not saying that. We used to make fake food that we knew we wasn't supposed to eat, but it looked nice. It looked fun. That's how it was. So I can't eat vegan food. Like I can't even eat an Impossible Burger.
You need to change the way you're thinking about it, man. Because you're not eating vegan food, you're just eating. If you think about, I'm eating vegan food, then you're not gonna want that shit.
Yeah.
But if you just eat food, then you're eating. It's not vegan. Stop.
No, like I have to be in a situation to eat that. I have to be in a situation to eat that. A bad one.
All right, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody don't like everything. You got you vegan down here, carnivore up top, and I'm a little bit in the middle. You know, it's
not like I ain't gonna lie. I used to eat everything before, you know what I'm saying? But I changed for health reasons. You know what I'm saying? They were saying I was having kidney problems and this and that, and they was trying to put me on this medication, and I'm like, nah. I wasn't trying to take that. So I just was eating brown rice, you know what I'm saying? Just eating vegetables for a whole month and went back and they were like, oh, the medication's working. Nah, I didn't take that. I just stopped eating that bullshit. And since then, I just continued not eating that and I haven't had kidney problems pop back up. I didn't want to be on, you know what I'm saying, no medication or have to start going on dialysis and all that stuff. Like, nah. So I I changed my eating habits. So I do it for me. Do what's best for you. If some people can't go, they feel like they're going to be lightheaded or dizzy if they don't got no meat in their life. So you know what I'm saying? You got to do what's right for you.
That's only for the first day or two. After that, your body adjusts.
As long as I eat, it's good. But I can't just eat something that I know. It's just the idea that they've already made it to replace real food. So it's like, dang.
I mean, that idea is crazy too because again, some vegan food is worse than. You might as well have the chicken. Like if you look at all the process and like what plant is like they talking about plant-based meat, like what plant? Like what you know what I'm saying? What is this coming from? And if you look back at some of that stuff, some of the vegan food is worse for you than regular food. And you eat all this process, this and that. But the vegan food could be worse. So at the end of the day, I eat what's good for me. I don't like nasty shit. Yes, I did Earl that nasty shit up. That shit was gross. I'm sorry. That was the first time I ever had that. Yeah, we did go on that trip. We was in the store. I was like, oh, vegan links. Let me try these out. It said plant-based vegan links. Tried them out. The worst thing I ever had.
You and everyone that ate them got sick.
Where were y'all?
Where was we?
Jersey.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and those was bad. But I've had other times where I've gone out and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try some. They have something new vegan thing. I'll try it out. But that was the first time that I tried some new vegan thing, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Yeah, this ain't it. Got me sick. That was the first time.
Well, transitioning over, since we're talking about vegan food, let's get on off of the food subject. Hopefully, Slutty Vegan pays her current people. I'm sure she'll handle it. She made a lot of money. Yeah. Music Steps is where we left off last week.
Yes, my phone died, y'all.
It's all good.
J Money, you gonna have to leave because my phone is dead.
It's good. We good.
Hold on, I might be all right, y'all. All right, so goal setting for independent artists part 2. These are just general information. If you missed last week, we covered some goals that as an independent artist you may want to have or to start your year off right. Just jump in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Think about your concept, music concept, where you want to book your shows. It was a number. It was a nice number of things. Well, I get my phone. Okay. Right. So song concepts, release dates, register live performances, ensure to put out enough music and performances to ensure royalty payments for each quarter, having your own listening parties, your own shows, identifying platforms that you see yourself on and making plans to get there, placements such as playlists, media, radio, movies, commercials, and video games, and having merch. So that's what we covered last week. This week, what did you say? You said 10 portals for music business success.
Yeah. So those are my go-to steps. You know what I'm saying? Like those are my secret little steps. But yeah, these are the things like some of them we covered already. But
My man
I
done
have,
pulled out the glasses. Look, he done pulled out the glasses.
yeah, shit got real.
We going to school.
Yeah, shit got real. Like, so I put on there, go on irs.gov, get your EIN. If you're a real artist, you need to look at yourself as a brand, as a business. You know what I'm saying? Just like Slutty Vegan, you need to be able to pay your employees. Is this a business? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is people going to be, how are you doing this? Make sure you do this between 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock. I know it's 7. So set your alarms if you haven't done it yet. Go on irs.gov, get yourself an EIN number. This is important. Open up a business account. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting deeper into it, but yeah, that's number one. Make sure you get your EIN. I'm gonna skip through a little bit because another thing that artists really forget to do, and it kills me because artists are putting up videos and putting up songs and putting up their live recordings of in the studio and this and that. Please, monthly, get some money together and get your stuff copywritten. Even if you didn't release this, copyright your lyrics, copyright your stuff because you putting yourself out there. Like I told you, the new robbers these days are the ones, they don't got guns. They're not robbing you with guns. They looking at you like, damn, you did all this? All right, cool. You don't know anything about publishing. You don't know anything about ASCAP or BMI. You don't know anything about this. This is how we going to get you. They looking for the artists who are specifically putting their music out on SoundCloud and Spinrilla, the platforms that don't pay you, but you like, yeah, I'm getting the clout. They're looking for you. They want to take you on tour and blow you up so they can take you on tour and collect all that money on the back end.
Hey, it still works for you, artists.
And still it works from you. Make sure that you have your EIN. Make sure that you have, you know what I'm saying, your copyright. Like get your stuff together. Get your paperwork together. What else I put on here? Yeah, the PRO portal.
What's number 2? Duns and Bradstreet.
That's getting deep into it. See, that's why I was saying.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
So no, like this is important too, though, right? So Duns and Bradstreets are how you can get the loans for big buildings, right? So Slutty Vegan, getting a loan for a big building, getting a loan for blocks of property, you know what I'm saying? Like big loans, you know what I'm saying? You get this, but you have to establish your business. And that's what I'm saying. Once you have your EIN and you're starting to collect your money, you can take that money from your business account and put owner's expense and transfer it to your personal account. There's nothing wrong with spending money on yourself. Just do it the right way. So it looks like a business expense. And you know what I'm saying? You can put it to yourself on your owner's account. And then that way, while your business is making money, they could be like, okay, cool. And after a year or about 18 months, when you do your Duns and Bradstreet, you can get 50K. You could get 100K.
In layman's term, it's like your business credit. Like you have your personal credit, Equifax, TransUnion, and whatever. Duns and Bradstreet is your business credit. They're monitoring how you handle business. Which their credit rating is a little different than your like an 80 is a good credit score with Duns and Bradstreet, as opposed to if you had an 80 with your TransUnion or something, you wouldn't be able to get a damn thing.
Right.
So it's all about trade lines and stuff like that. That's what Duns Bradstreet is. They monitor all that stuff.
It gets deep. But you know what I'm saying? I'd be scared to go too deep because then motherfuckers be like, oh, J Money be no, I'm really trying to give you the information that you need. Like if you want to do this shit right, I tell you, I don't like keeping secrets. I'm not a credit nigga. Oh, I ain't that cruddy. So then, motherfucking, what else we got? I talked about the copyrights.
We're on number 4.
Now, I gotta say, the days of copywriting are no longer the same, really. So, copywriting is for you to protect your
It's protected.
money, pretty much.
Yeah.
That property. No one can steal your stuff.
Yes.
However, people can make money off of it
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have it copyrighted. People can make money off your stuff.
You can make money off your stuff.
But
they
your
can
credit.
also steal it, and you would have to fight them in court to prove that it's your stuff. So you might as well just use that money to copyright. I don't play about copyright. Go ahead and copyright your shit as soon as you can.
Yeah. With music now, everything is pretty much time stamped and proven, and it ain't like back in the days where you had to record something on some little tape, a little windy tape, and no one could prove what time you did it, what day you did it. Now when I put my vocal in, that computer is gonna say April 3rd, 2015, 2016, 10:57 p.m.
Right.
Now, if I have that and another artist comes up and he says, no, I made the song first, show your timestamp, because that's what the lawyer is going to want to see. And once that lawyer sees that, case is over.
But you have to pay for that.
I mean, at the end of the day, the money that you're going to receive for whatever suit that you're doing is going to be well worth it.
Yeah, it definitely will. But I mean, again, this is what we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you have your things to get. Don't jump in the pool if you can't swim. That don't make sense.
Or if you don't have a lifeguard.
The lifeguard might not see you. Yeah, you ain't got no lifeguard. You don't know how to swim. Don't jump in the pool. So like when I put
this comment in here says, I don't sell music because I'm old. Now, the interesting concept behind that comment is the older people sell the most music. The artists are not the ones who sell the music, they make the music. There's a lot of artists who make the music and don't know how to sell it. That's where the labels come in.
So let me tell you something. It doesn't even have to be that deep. It could be very simple. You can have a very tight, small fan base. It could be just 10 people, right? But if you know how to get $1 out of these 10 people every day, right? Like you the weed man, you know how to get money out of these people every day, right? That can be enough to make, you know what I'm saying, to pay your bills, to do what you need to do, to, you know what I'm saying, support whatever it is you're doing. And if you don't realize that and you're like, no, I don't want the money, then you're not in business. If you're not trying to do anything with this, or you know what I'm saying, inspires to like, all right, cool, I can get this money so I can do videos or do more with your music, then what are you doing it for? You're going to continue to keep working your job so that your job can pay for you to make music that's not making you money. So therefore, it's a hobby. It's not a business unless it's making you money.
The reality, the fun part about it is like,
if you want to do it for fun, don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't listen to me. But if you really want to take this serious as a business, these are the things you need to do.
I mean, if you have 10 fans, then you have hundreds, thousands.
Yeah.
Those 10 fans, y'all don't know how many fans they have. 9 times out of 10, your true fans and your true friends, they have genuine following and genuine support. You can see who's looking and who's paying attention to them. If it's 7 people like, oh, they post every day and they post one of your stuff and those 7 people liked it, now that 10 fans have turned into 17, as long as you can continue maximizing and having your 10 people give something to push. The idea of selling music, though, right, isn't an idea or a concept that most artists can grasp, because it's something that you're just putting your passion into. You're just making it and you're hoping the world loves it. You're just hoping that you like it, you know? So then when you put it out there, it's like, I'm just putting myself out there. And it's usually not until someone comes along with like, bro, or man, oh girl, let me tell you how you really should be doing this. If you did this, and then this, then we could probably sell this all day.
Right.
Most artists are too busy creating,
You're
and
right.
creating and selling are two different sides of the brain.
Yeah, they definitely are. But the thing is, they are two different sides of the brain, right? But if you're working a job and you're a cashier, you work in one part. You don't have to worry about stocking the shelves. You don't have to worry about the carts outside in a lot. You don't got to worry about the times. You don't got to worry about all that other stuff. Your job is to ring the items up and put them in the bag, right? So as an artist, I understand. Do your part. Do your part as an artist. And at the end, if you need somebody, if you need some help, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with finding, like, a lot of this information is public information. Start doing just a little bit of research. Take a day, you know what I'm saying? Take a day, take some time. Think about this like a job. If you put in 8 hours in the studio, you need to put 8 hours into whatever else helps establish this business for the 8 hours you put in.
One of the best comments that I ever heard this guy make. He was an old, fat, bald guy. And he says, I always wanted to do music and make music, but look at me. So now I just sell it. Hero. Genius.
You said that about a lot of songwriters. They don't look the part. So.
A lot of songwriters. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with not looking the part, because songwriters get to work more and more frequent than the actual artists. The artists are bound by whatever restrictions that they have. And most indie artists who are free to move do not have songwriters. And even if they get a major deal off of their writing, at some point in that, a songwriter will be introduced. Someone who has a certified track record of making a hit record. Because yes, we found you, we loved your record, and that's why a lot of artists now are able to just go straight into the deal and straight to the stage, because the labels already know, based on social media, based on the shares, the reshares, the people that are using it, the people that are putting it in their TikTok, on their Instagram, they know the demographic of people that already know this song.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah, but the problem happens when they see if you can do that under the machine.
See, so what people don't realize, if it's a business, it's a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? If your product's not selling, you're not making no money. If you got all this stuff sitting here and it ain't going nowhere, you like, all right, that's like, you like, all right, cool, I'm gonna have a store and I'm gonna have a Cinnamon Toast Crunch store. Like, I'm only going to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch for sale, right?
Right.
That's all you're selling your store.
Right.
And motherfuckers over there is like, young, I'm not only trying to get Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like, I'm trying to get some other stuff too.
Right.
But you're not willing to spread. You're not willing to adapt or change or invest. So you're going to be stuck right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
until you meet someone, right, who says to you, hey, you know what the problem is? People down here don't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch like that. But if you took this over on uptown, oh, they eat this up.
Right. You see,
because even when you, I know a lot of people that be like, oh man, I want to open up a store, or oh man, I got this dream, want to start a business.
Right.
And then they start it or they open it, and then it's like either in the bad location or they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing right on their side because they don't know. It's all about the perception of what that joint looked like that made them feel like, oh, I could be doing this. I've had so many artists ask me, why am I not making money? My music is online. I'm on YouTube, and you go to their YouTube, it's like you got.
But this is what I'm
40
saying.
views, 50 views.
You look at Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but is it Cinnamon Toast Crunch or is it General Mills? Because they're like, all right, cool, we can have this type of cereal and that type of cereal. We can sell this to kids. We can make commercials for this. We can make commercials for that. Even though it's General Mills, they have a brand. You know what I'm saying? Under that brand, you're like, I know this is good cereal. So exactly, under your brand, you need to be like, all right, I know this is good music. Under your brand, they need to say, shoot, I know if Success going on tour, if J Money going on tour, I know it's going to be a good show. Damn, I hope is he going to hit? Like, you need to make that guarantee. You need to make you need to do
Exactly. And
And
that's
if you
why Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's why that cereal company said to themselves when they was just a mom and pop company making cereal and shoveling it out, they said, we need someone big to pick this up.
right, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I preach to everybody that yes, you're a brand, but every brand needs a house, right? And based on the house that you're in, it kind of determines your class.
Yes.
It is like, all right, well, you either say I'm comfortable with this or I'm not comfortable with this and I want to excel. But at the end of the day, if you don't have someone in your corner that can work that other side of the brain, there's no way you're going to be able to have success because you cannot work both sides of the brain as an artist and expect to be one of the best. I mean, Jay-Z is a billionaire. And I'm here on record forever going to be the reason why people call him the GOAT. Anyone that calls him to the GOAT is an older person with a business mindset.
Right.
People musically have already picked their people. Like if Jay-Z was able to turn off the side of the brain that just work, hustle, or just create. And I guarantee you that he probably don't do them both at the same time. When he's working on an album, he's probably less active in business and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa.
What he's done is he's made sure that he's made music that while his music is making money for him, he could work on his business. You get what I'm saying? So he could go and do his other things because he's like, all right, cool. I did my tour for 6 months. My album dropped. I got my videos out. Cool. Let me go do me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's able to do that and functions on both sides because he's done his business. He has his business in order. Don't be scared to be an artist, but don't be scared to have your business in order. You need to have both.
Yeah, put the right people in position.
Yeah, if you don't have both, I'm sorry. You could say that you're an artist, but you're not an artist if you don't have your shit together. You know, you're a volunteer.
Nah, that's not true, bro. No,
listen, you are an
artist is the artistry, is the work of art, putting out the music.
You're right.
I mean, like you could have 1,000 paintings in your apartment. You're a painter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to sell them.
You don't.
You're still an artist. You still can paint. You know, but it's like I said, it takes somebody to turn on that light switch of selling.
Okay. Yeah, and I definitely agree with you because I don't think I realized it because it was definitely like years. Like I think I really started getting into the music around 2012, and it wasn't until maybe 2017 or 16 when somebody was like, yeah, I ain't tripping. I'm getting paid on the back end because I'm doing shows. I'm like, you're You doing what? Where? How? You getting paid for this? What you mean on the back end? Yeah, you don't got ASCAP. Yeah, nigga, I been had ASCAP, but what you mean you getting paid? Like, explain to me. And you right. That did turn on the light. So I'm sitting here paying $20 and all this stuff to get in the club, and I'm buying drinks and spending money. I'm like, damn, man, this shit kicking my ass. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, thinking somebody's gonna see me. I'm gonna get on. I'm trying to tell you, I'm doing shows, I'm driving everywhere, filling up gas tanks, you know what I'm saying? Gone. Renting cars, gone. Trying to do it everywhere.
I can stand on.
You know what? That brings us to number 11, which is additional important directories for booking agents. So like booking your own shows. Like I didn't even see this. Like I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like honestly, a lot of artists do not understand the importance of booking their shows, but they also still, if you're not grasping the concept, what is ASCAP? What is BMI? Performance rights organizations.
Yes.
That there tells you should be performing. Now, I believe that big artists who stepped into another role have already learned the difference.
I'm gonna tell you something else. You don't even have to perform. You can be a writer. Do you know that when you record that song in the studio, that counts as a live performance? Do you know that when you shoot that music video, wherever location you shot that music video at, that's a live performance. Whatever studio you recorded that song at, you was on that mic live.
Yeah, but that's a one-time situation, right? What I'm
Okay.
talking about is making the record work. You need someone performing it.
Yes.
I don't like artists out here with all of these songs, with these PROs, and not working, performing, outperforming. The reality of it is they're asking why aren't they getting paid? Why is my ass cap? Why am I not saying money on my ass cap? Why am I not saying money on my BMI?
You ain't got no
Are
motion.
you performing?
You
But
gotta have some motion.
y'all know what's funny is I think it was today or yesterday I was thinking, and I was like, I see all these best lists, and a lot of people have the same top 10 rappers on their best list, but these rappers aren't performing anywhere. Like they're not really making no motion besides on the internet. So if I came to the conclusion, like, how can you guys decide who's the best off of Instagram numbers, or is this actual
Exactly.
motion?
Why I've always, for years, since 20, I'm gonna say honestly, since 2017, I've been totally against any top 50 list containing indie artists, especially any DMV indie list, right? Because if you was to ask me, well, back in the day, I don't know what's happening now because I'm not that into it. But when I looked at lists, I could pick 10 artists from Chicago that were not signed, right? Making noise, doing shows, doing numbers. I could name 10 artists from DC doing not doing shows, but doing the same numbers. But then you ask yourself, why is no one reaching out to book? Why aren't they doing the same amount of shows and they doing the same amount of numbers? Where are the shows? Why is no one booking them? Where's the tours? Where's the openings? Where's the pullouts? You see what I'm saying? So the reality of it is, when you start asking who are the top, that's how you determine who the top. Who are the people that's getting called? Who are the people that's dropping consistent? And if we're just talking about Instagram numbers, really?
That's what they're talking about.
All right. Because there was a lot of people on the list that hadn't even had records out for like 3 years. So that goes to show me the person that made that list was not one who was in tune with what's going on anyway. You probably would never see any of those people. As a matter of fact, one of those lists, and I'm gonna put these people on blast, was a studio. So your list was based on your clients that came through your studio.
Right.
Congratulations. So now we know. So it was smart. It was smart. But what they really did was put their artists that come to that studio on notice of who's paying the most, who's in there the most, who's putting up the most money. Because that's how they rank them. Listen, you don't rank them if you see them one time. That's how they get on the list, baby. But if you see them all the time, they start working their way on up the list.
Right. Consistency. Right.
And of course, to be the best, you got to pay the most. You got to play the most. You got to
need to pay the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize that. I don't say that I'm a beat maker. Like, I'm a producer because I know who to go to get the right sounds. I know who to go to. I'm like, nah, I need this to do this. I need to find this one sound that goes right here. I need this, you know what I'm saying, to do this and that. Like, it's more than just being able to just be the artist. Because at the end of the day, if I'm not paying these right people to have this mixed and mastered and get all these sounds sounding right, it's not just Kanye. He has a team. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for those people on his team, the things wouldn't come out sounding the way it does. He didn't shoot that video by himself. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do all these things by himself. Like, these things.
But that's what makes him the executive producer of a lot of stuff. Exactly. And the thing about it is also the fact, like, producers have to put out content for other people.
Yes.
You have to make somebody great. And honestly, that's why DC labels don't work, because they don't take the time to make somebody great. They only invest enough in them to get them to move to New York, to get them to move to Atlanta, to get them out in Cali, and then they up in DC talking about, oh yeah, I got them to move out Atlanta, I got them to move out Cali, I got them to move out New York. Oh, you didn't get them to stay in DC and do some shows and get a hit record and do nothing. All the while, I get to see an artist like a Glorilla go to Memphis and come away with a deal.
Let me tell
I
you
get to
something.
watch an artist like Fujiano come to Atlanta, walk away with a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like we watch these things, but then we see artists from DC, and then we hear about the meetings. I hear about a lot of the meetings, but then
we hear about the deals.
Yeah, but when we hear about the deals, but when we start looking at the nitty gritty, where's the albums? Where are the records? Where is it?
Well, to be fair, 3 Black has been dropping some singles recently, so I do want to give him his little clap.
Listen, everybody know 3 Black my homie, 3 Black my dog. You know what I'm saying? He with Caroline, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be just features. We shouldn't just see you popping up, right? Label or not, what are you doing? Why is it? It shouldn't be a moment like in your time. Where's the 3 Black tour? Where is the 3 Black tour with some DMV artists opening up and shutting things down like them boys in New York used to do?
He doesn't have the people around him to do that, right? So
he definitely does.
No. He doesn't have the people around him saying, let's go do that. The people around him are saying, all right, let's keep doing what you're doing. This shit working.
I doubt it.
Or maybe the clout ain't really what it's added up to be. Maybe he's afraid that if he goes on tour, nobody will show up.
No, or let's just look at what the realities of things, guys. He's a DMV artist, but wherever his label is, they have him representing there. They moved him to Miami first, had him up in Miami doing everything, going to Miami games, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was. They didn't make sure that he was popping up at Wizards games. They didn't make sure that the Redskins were shouting him out and the Baltimore Ravens were shouting him out. They didn't make sure his records were in rotation in these places. That was relationships that he had to build with DJs, and if they wasn't in these places, then, or what were we talking about? Then that was a single run. But we all know how these work. Artists don't. He didn't perform the record. Without performing, popping out every once in a blue ain't going to make you recoup anything, and a damn show ain't going to inspire your label. Right? The reason why MC Hammer was so powerful is because he went to everybody. He opened up for everybody and made it like it was his concert. We don't got artists that do that no more, and we damn sure don't got no artists that do that from the DMV.
Like, I did it for that year. And I didn't even realize it until you said it to me. He was like, did you just put yourself on tour? And I was like, damn, I guess so. Because every single one of those Next to Rise shows, because they was trying to tell me pay $800 to go on tour. And I was like, damn. I was like, well, where the tour going to? And he told me, he was like, yeah, the first 3 states are here. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I started looking, and I seen the flyer go up saying that it was $20 at the door. You know what I'm saying? Free to perform, just pay $20 at the door. So I was like, all right, I could get there. Like, why the fuck he trying to charge me $800? I could just get there and pay my $20 to get in. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to all these joints and fucking them up. And then you was like, J Money, you just put yourself on tour. And when I got to that last joint in Vegas, he was like, how the fuck did you get? He was looking at me like, how the fuck did you get here? Do you know, I think this motherfucker drove he drove that Elantra from motherfucking Florida to Vegas. I caught a plane. That's fucking crazy.
I don't blame him. You get to see and meet a lot of people on the road.
I met a lot of people on the plane. Like, I met a lot of people in a different way, but then I realized that I was like, yeah, this is really, you know what I'm saying, what you need to be doing. But at the end of the day, it's a kick in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
like, I meet like I meet so many artists that do these things and they get irritated. They get upset. They're like, I'm not getting paid to come out. I'm not getting books. Like,
Let me tell you,
and I get it.
I
I
was
look at y'all. I look at a lot of y'all monthly listeners, and I see zeros, one, two,
Alligator
listen,
mouth.
the
listen,
alligator
listen.
mouths. I
I'm gonna
look
tell
at
y'all
your
what happened.
followers on Instagram, and half of y'all got like under 1,000. And I get it, y'all. I get what y'all doing. I get where y'all coming from, but y'all are also the same artists that are walking around saying you're the best, you're next up, you're the greatest, you're ready, you should been on, and blah 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 blah.
Listen to me. I was doing this shit for a whole year, and you're absolutely right. I wasn't seeing shit. I'm like, man, fuck it. He told me if you registering this shit on ASCAP, you're gonna get paid and this and that. Ooh. I wasn't seeing shit, right? But once that fourth quarter came, bro, I realized all that work that I was doing that whole year, it all paid off. Right before Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Right before New Year's. And I was like, damn, this is how that shit worked. And then from there, it was fucked up because by that time you burnt out, right? You like, man, fuck this shit. This shit ain't doing nothing. I'm fucking tired of doing this shit. Like, I got life going on, you know what I'm saying? I got situations going on, whatever. You tired of this shit. But like really, if you stay consistent,
Yeah.
that's how this keeps coming. And
Like,
it
look,
does.
let me tell you what's funny, right? I sit up there and I look at old movies. I look at a lot of movies, biopics, right?
Okay.
And one of the joints that's hilarious to me was the Temptation movie. They got their first record deal, and right before Christmas, everybody was going crazy. And then the record label pulls up with all of them a brand new Cadillac,
Mm-hmm.
and they was like, "Oh, we we made some money. We good." And then I look at the another one of the movies where they were on tour. They were all just touring together. Everybody from the small town, everybody from this town was touring together. And eventually, when the money started coming in from all of them working together, they created Motown.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we look at all this stuff, and it's so much in front of us. We watch it. We look at a
Listen.
biopic. We watch an artist make a hit record,
Yep.
get that record on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
go on tour, and then it's like the checks stop rolling in. But we
So
never say to ourselves how. We all get bamboozled. We don't say how,
yes,
and we
and this is
we
what
tell
happened.
y'all like they're
I'm gonna tell you what
performing.
happened. Yes, this is what happened. So, like, this is what Master P did to 50 Cent, right? He said, yeah, I'm gonna put you on this tour for 8 shows. Bam, I'm gonna pay you for the 8 shows. So after he did 4 of the shows, he's like, all right, we canceling the tour, but don't worry about it because I already paid you for the 8 shows. So we just gonna do the other four shows later. You know what I'm saying? It's in the contract, you got to do 8 shows. We already paid you. We're gonna do the 4 shows later. So when they stopped, he waited and collected all that money. And when the songs blew up, and 50 got big, he still had to do these other 4 shows, and they making more money. He can't get paid no more than what he already got. You know what
He
I'm saying?
can,
No,
but
he
not
could,
from the show.
but right.
But he's
My
already gonna
fact.
make more. He's already gonna make way more in merch. He's already
Right.
gonna make way more in after sales now because now his name is bigger, and now
Mhm.
he already has a guaranteed 4 shows lined up.
But it,
But
but
it's more than that. It's about
yeah,
staying consistent and working. It's like this. I asked the question at the beginning of the show: how long do one wait to get paid? My comment was, I like to get paid every day that I work.
right.
Now let's get to the E True Hollywood. How long do I actually wait to get paid? Well, I get paid in December, January, Miss February, then again in March, April,
Mm-hmm.
Miss May,
Mm-hmm.
in June, July.
Yeah, yeah.
But the reality of it is, I've worked what 3 to 4 months already prior. So we really wait 3 to 4 months to start getting paid. But
Mm-hmm.
after that,
You get paid
it's a rotational flow.
Right.
So I guess
So
you say
no,
monthly.
now your expectations are monthly,
Exactly.
but you had to work to
Exactly.
get to that monthly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like you might have to work your 2 weeks. Like you got to do something to get to the point where you can get paid daily. You
Yeah,
can't say yeah, you need to pay me daily. Well, what are you doing?
And that's why working class has to understand this. It's not your problem, right? Why it's not your problem in working class is because someone who started that business went through that already to make sure that you don't have to. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to start over.
Right.
We've done that already
Yeah,
to make
we.
sure that you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, your loyalty comes usually with 3 to 5 albums or something like that.
Right.
You know, but when you start asking yourself everything that you have to do, everything that you have to put up, you have to say, am I ready for this? Can I handle this? Is this really what I want? Can I buckle down? It's no different than college. It's no different than getting out of high school or any type of commitment of finishing something. It's just you have to buckle down and do it. But like I said, at the end of the day, the idea of selling music is always going to be different. The idea of making money as an artist is just simply by getting out there and sharing what you're doing, making sure you're registered, and making sure that you are properly, get all your paperwork together, and you're just performing like a boss. You're working. That's your job, performing, a performing
That's
artist.
that's your
But
job.
the idea of selling your music now, that's for another show.
Mhm.
That's for another show. Because, like I said, that's another brain.
Yeah.
Nah. Anybody that really want to jump in my DMs and talk about how to actually sell music, we could talk about that. Just jump in the DM, rolling with success. But
Now, J Money, I just want to go run back to the list before we get out of here because I know we got a couple minutes that
Yeah, yeah,
left.
yeah.
But you did put on number 5 Pro Portal BMI. If you're an ASCAP artist, well, why would you be using
Well, you don't need both.
it's the same, one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
that? Okay.
Yeah, one or the other. If you got ASCAP or BMI, I just put that on there like a PR. I was putting PRO. So like, as long as you
Oh,
have
a
one.
PRO. I'm like Pro
Yeah,
Portal. A
yeah.
PRO portal. Okay, so either or.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Mm.
ASCAP or BMI, as long as you have one of those, you're good and you ready to go. What I got at number 6, Harry Fox Agency. What is it? Harry Fox.
Before you get into that, P&B Rock's girlfriend spoke out in regards to him not having a life insurance or a living will. You
Mm,
did put on here that number 4 is a trust, a living will trust, and
yeah.
any other kind. How important do you think that is as an artist for
Um,
artists
I
to
mean,
have?
I think it's just important for one as a person, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you are doing this as a brand in the businesses in anything, you want to make sure that uh your family's taken care of, right? And if you don't, I'm sorry, that's not my business. But I would assume that you would want to make sure that your family's taken care of, or if that anything did happen to you, they wouldn't have to worry about going through costs about a funeral or this and that. Like that's a lot of stress and worrisome. So I think just having your paperwork in order, you know what I'm saying? Like even paying those small life insurance policies where it's like $1 a day or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or $30 a month, or you know what I'm saying, doing things like that, having these things in order, I think it's just definitely important, especially
Yeah.
when you're a brand in a business and you're gonna be out here on the road doing shows and on tours and you know what I'm saying. Are you what medical do you, you know what I'm saying? You need to make sure that your things are in order. I call it 8 dimensions of wellness, but this just hits over one.
Well, like also having a trust, and I don't really like talking about wills and all that stuff, but having a trust protects you from so much. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, just think about it like this: an artist, he's young, he's rich, he gets married, and he has a lot of things. Well, now his wife battling him in court for everything, half of everything, blah blah blah. But if
Mm-hmm.
it's in trust, then she can't touch that type of stuff.
Right.
Can't bother that stuff. It's a lot of protections behind it. Also, on legal ends, why you don't just want to have your money out there and why you want to have your stuff protected, because you don't want just anybody touching over your stuff
That's right.
and free claim to whatever you have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, with a will, and everybody should have a will when you get to a point. Everybody should have a will if you got money and you want it dispersed properly and you want people taken care of in your demise. But now that it seems like with rap or any type of making money venture, you're at risk. You're at
Mm-hmm.
risk. So it
Yeah.
is.
All right, J Money, go ahead to the Harry Fox. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put Harry Fox on here, but I really meant to put Nielsen SoundScan, or it's Nielsen.
Or you really could have just named that publishing admin
Is that it?
instead of saying Harry Fox Agency, because the Harry Fox Agency and Song Trust are the same
Okay.
and far as what they do. Also, a lot of people are confused when they go to Harry Fox. If you have a publisher, which Harry Fox does act as a publisher as well, but there's a lot of other benefits with Harry Fox. They're a publishing admin, and the beauty of them, they also help you sell music, syncing, placements, things like that. That is what selling music is. And like I said, I'll go into that one day. One show we'll talk about actually what selling music is, the difference between selling music and just dropping music.
Yeah. Yeah, because then from there I was going into the Sound Exchange and ISRCs. That's when it gets into the nitty gritty. This is really the paperwork. But this is definitely a whole nother part of the brain. It's not the creative side. It's not the fun part. It's not the making the beats, going on tour. This is the part where I'm like, all right, cool. This is what I need to do to make sure that after these 3 months, I can start getting paid every single month.
And a lot of y'all understand to go in depth with that. ISRC codes. Back in the day, you used to want to generate them, but now y'all got your own DSPs. Whoever you use, if that's TuneCore, if that's God
Distro.
forbid United Masses, DistroKid, CD Baby, they're gonna generate these things for you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
these companies like that have come in to really take away the middleman and stop you from doing that. So that's why you see those hidden fees in all of these companies. $35 a year, $70 a year, $80 a year. Then you start saying you make this amount, but you only receive this amount. You start understanding that these are fees because these people are handling the day-to-day things that you need to handle
Mm-hmm.
that you necessarily are not handling and not paying for from an off-site service.
That part. Yeah.
Now, Sound Exchange is very important. However, I will tell you guys, and don't shoot me down for this, if your music ain't on the radio,
Pew,
and I'm
pew.
talking about heavy rotation, don't call me about Sound Exchange, all right? That handles all of your music from, I guess I want to call it broadcasting, like Pandora, iHeartRadio, BDS Radio, things of that nature. Now listen, y'all, don't y'all call me and say to me, I got a Pandora channel, my music playing on Pandora. You're not a Pandora radio
Listen to me. That's the
station.
next one. Go to
What?
BDS Radio, bdsradio.com. Make sure that you send an email of your song or, whatever information you have. If you release that song on DistroKid, it has a UPC and ISRC code. Put that in there with the MP3 of your song and your information so that your song could be synced and registered on BDS Radio. It's really that simple. Let the people do their jobs. You send the information in, they're like, oh, okay, this is who it goes to. This is about having your paperwork together. It's really that simple. But yeah, that was another thing that I was getting into because yeah, some people get their songs played on the radio and they're like, oh, I ain't get shit for it on my ASCAP. I ain't because it's always something. You know what I'm saying? Everything time you think you did one thing, it's another step. So yeah, that's another one to make sure you knock off the list. What's these last two I got on here?
Um,
Now, the last one is interesting. Go ahead, keep running down.
Yeah, I was gonna say the modern world of sync licensing. Um, we went over this last one already, didn't we?
what Centric, Sound Trust, and Sony Orchid?
I don't
Yeah.
know why that boy put Sony Orchid up there.
Oh, because we because we got that you know, you can write and get that what's it called, that writers fund. That's money. I put it up there because that's how you get some money.
Y'all know how I be about Sony Orchid is just like DistroKid to me.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, that was a rundown of the rundown.
Well, look, they had that thing for like the last 2 years, and I thought they was going to do it this January, and that's why the only reason I used to say Sony Orchid, because they had that one where you get the $3,000 for being a writer. Like as long as you were signed up as a writer for whatever years, they were sending money out. So that's why I had that on there, and I thought they was going to do it this January, but they didn't. I was looking for it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna lie to you about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, y'all know this is my worst part of the show,
Mm.
but
Make sure y'all hit that like and
make sure
subscribe.
y'all hit that like and subscribe button.
And
2 hours seem to fly so fast.
don't it?
J Money, what you got coming up this week?
So listen, it's really about to go down. I'm back on some work shit. Oh, I just realized, man, I'm shooting another movie this Wednesday. It's probably not gonna come out until later on this year. I'm doing another TV series over the weekend. I will be back on tour starting the end of this month. I've actually never been on a cruise before, so this is gonna be my first time doing like a 3-day tour on a Carnival cruise. I'm gonna see if I can keep this motion going. I ain't never did a cruise before, so this is about to be real exciting. So y'all, please get ready for a lot of things coming up. I'm about to do some listening parties in DC. I
You
found a
ain't
couple.
send. Oh wait. You ain't sending out no information for people to board the cruise. What the hell?
Oh,
How you know
oh,
people ain't ready to go on vacation
I
and
know.
and
Listen,
support
listen.
you at the same time? Y'all so disrespectful.
I
I
ain't
don't
look.
want to go. I don't want to go.
I
I
do.
never been on a cruise. This is gonna be
I've
my
I
been on
love.
first
one,
time.
dog.
I, I love cruises.
Worst experience of my
Oh,
life.
y'all fucking me up. She
Listen,
said cruise. This your worst experience. What the fuck?
well,
All right, I'm just gonna make it what it is.
you follow both of our Instagrams. You can tell why she would love it and I would hate it. Come on now. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know it's about to go down. Make sure that you stay tuned in. I'm definitely about to have some listening parties in DC the next couple of months. Definitely be going on tour
J
in March.
Money. I just want to know about this week.
Oh, this week, my bad. That's it. I'm done.
Damn. Well, rap it.
Well, now that I know we're only talking about the following week, no.
No, no, I'm just messing with him. I'm just messing with him. My man calendar busy. Nigga, next time I ask you, this ain't booked and busy. Booked and busy. You,
Hey,
my friend, I
Hey,
allowed to say booked and busy. All right.
got to, man. Got to stay on.
Jezebel, come on now. Tell me the truth. What you got coming up this week?
okay, nothing coming up this week. However, I did decide to move the indie Grussel to always the last Tuesday of the month. Reason I'm doing that is because y'all not putting out enough music for me to have a full playlist
Woo.
to fill up the hour. Right now, I have about 18, I want to say 24 minutes of music. I still have another 36 to go. So put out that music, you guys. The next Indie Russell will be Tuesday, January 31st at 8 o'clock p.m. on Instagram Live. Also, you guys, we got the Indie Russell Showcase coming up. I know you guys are tired of paying to perform. So
Hey,
we will be paying you to perform. I will be putting a post
hey.
out. You have to qualify. This is not just a free for all. You can't just come up and put out shit music at the show. Think think of this as your own mini concert, and you're getting
Please,
paid to do this. We will
please.
be selecting in between 5 to 10 artists. If you do not make the cut to get paid, you are more than welcome to perform for free. So more details will be coming out. I should have everything together by Wednesday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you artists signing up. You want to make some cha-ching, cha-ching? Holla at your girl. You know we always showing love here, Boss Biz, y'all. Make sure to
Yo,
check out the website www.bossbizent.com. Yeah, DM us
Hey,
You
I'm
want
not gonna lie to
to
y'all. I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie to y'all.
yeah.
2023, I plan on being a lot more strict on y'all music. I definitely do. I
Yikes.
will be. Well, y'all know I'm coaching basketball, and I gotta give y'all an update. I coach 14U and 18U. I am 1-2 now. We won Saturday. We won Sunday. We're 2-2 now. So on my 14U, but my 18U, y'all, we still have yet to get a victory. So I don't know, but I do have practices this week, and I'm gonna try to get my 18U their first win of the season. My 14U, we have 500. We're gonna try to go above 500 this week, and that's what my weeks are looking like. Now, all y'all know for sure, all y'all got that new music dropping. Send me the links. Let me hear it. But let me tell you something. If I see an alligator mouth, I'm gonna talk about it. This year, I don't want to see no alligator mouths, especially when you know your boy Six. If I see you with an alligator mouth, it's on you, and it ain't nobody fault, and I will be going in on you. Holla at your boy. Send me a DM, man. Let's get to work. Shout out to a lot of the artists. I see some artists made comebacks this week.
Come back.
Proud of you guys. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. And of course, since we gotta talk about it, we got some big shows coming up. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Next week, I got my boy Joe Young.
Yes.
That's right. Joe Young. Crank that pot. Coming on. And guess what? We're going to be cranking. He is a true DC native, so prepare to hear a lot of mo's and moettes in that conversation.
Yeah.
But we're going to be down like cranking. I'm going to go and work on the most of my lingo. Y'all go check out his music on all platforms, Joe Young. And yeah, I don't got anything else. Thank God, 2023, all the huff has seemed to leave. I hope it stays like this, and I hope to ride this wave because I found $25 runt KDs, and life has never been better.
Well,
so what I'll tell you guys is while things are looking up, go on, start your businesses, release your music, do whatever it is you gotta do that makes you feel good because this is the time to achieve all your goals. Get whatever you want. I don't care if it's a new job, new car, new house, new business, anything new, go after it now. Follow your dreams, chase them better than ever because we're learning that our dreams are getting us paid. There's a little kid right now playing 2K, making a K today. So guess what? You can too. I'm about to go get on 2K and maybe some Call of Duty. So y'all make sure y'all add me on the PlayStation Network. SIXXCESS Love. SIXXCESS Love. All right. Only if you love me. Only if you love me. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom, do it. Make sure y'all hit those notifications too, so y'all know when we on and popping. Follow at Boss Biz Radio. Make sure you follow him, Rolling with Success, and JmoneyGibbs. He's been doing a lot of interesting things lately. And be sure to be back here Monday. I guess it.
Last announcement. Looks like
Go ahead.
Face Lover got an album dropping called Mad
oh,
Ass.
yeah.
That's actually a single. And
Mad Ass.
he got a little single, Mad at 6. And if y'all haven't seen that cover, it's amazing. I'm a cover model now. So in case y'all haven't seen that cover, I'm on the cover. I'm a cover model now. So y'all definitely be checking that out. Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up this year. But I guess anything else? Anybody?
No, shout out to everybody that's dropped in. Shout out Tony, Dougie Smith. Who else was in here? Nyla is
a lot.
BGM. Yeah, shout y'all out. I love y'all a million. Thank y'all for coming through each and every Monday. Y'all know how we do. You know, support.
Yeah, y'all keep sharing this journey. Even when y'all see us on, share it out to all your people. Let them know to join up on us. Well, at this time, I guess y'all to flicked off them ashes,
Mm-hmm.
throwing those roaches in the ashtray, and getting ready to roll up another one. Cause I am. We out. Peace.
Bye, y'all. See you next week.